the ANC is going to do their best to ensure that the report that is compiled by the two ministers actually goes to Parliament and pass. But obviously that is not going to be a very, very easy task to perform, because you have got an opposition that is quite united in their fight or in their zeal to ensure that there is an element of accountability on the part of the executive. And obviously, we have to expect a lot of drama and a lot of heated debates from the opposition against the ANC in the National Assembly.
Well, the DA is planning to propose that MPs find in favour of another report which it drafted with opposition parties to actually replace Nathi Nhleko's report. Is there any chance that could happen? Is that purely wishful thinking on the DA's part?
Well, that is what we actually expected, but the biggest question is whether the DA decided to go out and compile their own report, which is totally out of the framework. Because as we speak now, you have got the ad hoc committee that is given this responsibility by Parliament. At the same time, you have got the very same DA that participated in the ad hoc committee activities, and obviously when the report was being compiled by the police minister and the public works minister, they actually made their own inputs in the very same report. At the same time, if they decide now to come with their own report, which is totally opposed to the report by the two ministers, it's actually going to be a brewing of a new conflict within the National Assembly. Obviously, Parliament is expecting the report that is coming from the police minister, in which all parties actually participated except the Congress of the People and the EFF. Now, the opposition has a position that we all know, that they are not actually prepared to back down on this issue of Nkandla, because they feel that certain specific issues have not been addressed, and more importantly, they wanted a report that will actually say that a certain portion of the money should be paid by the state president.
But of course, it is a bit hypocritical of the DA even bringing this report into the mix, isn't it? Given that it says that Nathi Nhleko didn't even have the right to file a report. It was out of his jurisdiction. It's the public protector's report that counts.
Look, we had the report from the public protector, which made findings and actually made recommendations. At the same time, we had this matter being debated in Parliament, sent to the ad hoc committee for a debate which took a very, very long period of time. And now we have got the new ad hoc committee led by the police minister, which is also coming with a report. And you would actually realize that in all these discussions that were taking place, the opposition has always been coming with a position that says that we actually insisting on having the state president paying a portion of the money. So any kind of a report that will come out that does not say anything about the payment on the part of the state president will obviously be rejected by the opposition. Whether they participated in the exercise or not, you've heard the leaders of the DA saying that we actually participated in the ad hoc committee, but we still have our own position to say that we take the recommendations from the public protector. They've got a book or a report from the public protector which talks about a pension to be paid by the state president, and at the same time, that is where the opposition is not budging, and today is going to be their last day to ensure that their fight against the ANC in relation to this particular matter is actually being accelerated.
Levy, the public protector is also waiting to act depending on the outcome today. What options are open to her?
Well, I think the public protector has been given a responsibility which, in my own view, she actually did her best. I think what the public protector must do is actually to leave this matter to the parliamentarians or leave it to the courts to decide. Because I don't want a situation in which the public protector now plays an active role in the political activities, because that actually ends up in creating a situation in which those who claim that she's being siding with the opposition or she's being used by the opposition would have a louder voice to say, this is what we said. The public protector must actually be given a space to work as the public protector, make findings and make recommendations, and leave the rest to those that are politicians. And I think she must actually try her best to ensure that whether she's being tempted to participate or to air her views, she must just avoid making all these kind of comments, because it ends up compromising the report that she has actually been made.